What's up, YouTube? I am going through a trade replay and watching everything that happened. So this is the setup: a rundown, a shoulder, a head, a shoulder. This is where I entered, and this is the too low I put before. So in the real life trade, it just went too low and exited out. So now I'm replaying it and saying what would have happened if I put the too low lower, and it would have made this a trade apparently, and then vetoed out here. So let's look at the candles. Shall I zoom this in? Dun, 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 dun. I'll try to make it so at 11 p.m. it placed an order, which is this candle. 11 p.m. here. So that's I'll just zoom in. Zoop. This candle is it's a floating engulfer, so it's like a sign to go up. So it's going to place a stop order at the top of it here. So if price goes above that, it'll shoot up. It'll take the trade. Next step, then it's superseded at 11 p.m. It's cancelled by a later entry. I guess that one's there. So this is at 1 a.m. the next day. It placed a new order, and then that got superseded. So where's 1 a.m.? 01. So it'll be the close of that candle. So this is a twin pin bar. It's a pin bar. That's a pin bar, saying rejecting the bottom. And it's it should be a pivot really, but it's not pivoting. I need to fix that. Let's write that down. It's a bug. Twin pin bar needs pivot. So it should be a pivot, so that this candle needs to be. Oh, I guess it is. Now this candle needs to be higher than those. If they're going to be a twin pin bar pivot, it needs to have shorter candles on both sides. So I need to fix that bug. So then it placed an order here, which will be at the top of that, which is 10521.8. Does that give you the order? 10544.3. 10544.3 must be. It's way higher. So I guess it's just adding spread. Whoa, where's 10544? Is that way up? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, place a new order, and then that got superseded. Then it paused entries at 6 a.m. because I had news coming up, and then resumed them at 3 p.m. So the whole day, from 6 p.m. to 3 p.m., there was no entry. So there's 6 a.m. So there's 6 a.m. There's the FTSE index to 3 p.m., which is over. So was that an entry? That could have been an entry. See, 14. That's the end of the news. And then it placed the order at 6 p.m. That's 4 p.m. Sorry, so 6 p.m. Then that's 4 p.m. 6 p.m. Why is that going to place an entry? Because that is this would be the bar, and it got confirmed. It was waiting for confirmation, which is 2 bars above it, and then we would have put in a stop order here. Why would it fire at 6 p.m.? That doesn't make sense. So this is my life. I'm debugging this thing and telling it what to do, seeing what it does, and then fixing it. Placed. Okay, let me read it again. So 6 p.m. is here. Entry placed order long limit. What is that from? At 10477.3. Let's just type that in. Give me a horizontal bar and set the coordinate to. This is my new bar. Coordinates 10. I forgot it already. 10477.3. 10477.3. I'll make it red so we can see it properly. So that's where it placed the order. Why would it place an order there at 6 p.m., which is here. Maybe it's 6 p.m. a different day. This is the 14th of July. Oh, the 17th of July. Okay, so we're way over here. 15, 16, 17 July. I guess this is the order that got hit. 6 p.m. is here. I don't see any entries here. So why is it putting an order there? I don't know. Okay. Oh, that's an entry. Okay, so this is the entry, and that's a bar that got confirmed. I get it. So if we get rid of this, move this news out the way. It's like, how many news bars are there? I'm pressing delete. Finally. Okay, so that's the entry. Okay, and it placed it right on the top of that bar. It waited 2 bars for it to confirm, and then it placed it as a limit order at 6 p.m. Then it got hit. Price went up happily. And then there was this candle, which was a floating engulfer off of a resistance line. This is the resistance line, and this is the padding that it puts either side. So if the open of this floating engulfer, which is here, is in there, so it should bail out here at 2 a.m. Dun, 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 dun. Entry blocked. Okay, there's no 2 a.m. bailing out. This is the 21st. Am I on the time flies? Yeah, the 21st, 2 a.m. Closed on reversal. So it did it perfectly. Okay, great. And then there's another pause. Resume. So now I'm pretty happy with this. Closed on reversal, and so it would have given us some kind of R. We got a negative because I did another attempt afterwards. So where's its other entry? Entries resume, news start, news end. It placed an order here, and it got filled at the 6 p.m. the 21st of July. So there it is again. Because it had break and retest, I guess it's just placing it straight on that order. Long, and it got filled at 7 p.m. So it placed the order here, got filled at 7 p.m. Wait, I got the right date. 21st of July, 6 p.m. It's the 21st of July. Oh, you can't see, sorry. That's as zoom up as I can go. There you go. So 6 p.m. order placed, and then filled at 7 p.m. And then it placed another order unresolved. I guess that means blocking. Yeah, rejected the order because there's already a trade order, and then that order stopped out at 11 p.m. So why isn't it drawing that trade? So let's draw it. It'll be above this bar. Otherwise, that's a short trade. I need a long trade above that bar, and I'm guessing it's going at whatever the take profit is on those ones. So why did it stop out at 11 p.m.? Why is there another order here? I'll just delete that one. Delete that one just so I can be less confused. And it did not stop out. Why would that stop out? Let's look at the values of that order. 6 p.m. long. Its entry is 10538. So let's just fill this order in with the actual inputs. Entry 10538. Why is it entering way up there? Stop loss here. Why is it way up in the air like that? That doesn't seem... It seems like someone's confused. I mean, I'm confused, but maybe the computer's confused too. Take profit as up there. We can just type that in. Okay, Dan. So why would it enter up here with that candle? Oh, this is 10 a.m. I'm looking at 6 p.m. Where's 6 p.m.? There. Okay, so it's that candle. I wonder why I did enter with that candle. Let me just grab... Oh, it's just... I guess I thought there was two orders. And then that stopped out at 11 p.m. on the 21st. This is the 21st, 6 p.m. and then where's 11 p.m.? Oh, it must be that candle there. Sad. Needed a little bit more buffer. Okay. Why didn't it enter here? So this is me debugging my system. I just wanted to give you a snapshot. I guess it's a boring video for people watching, so all the best. I'll just keep on doing it myself. Whatever. Maybe some people enjoy watching me suffer. So this is the 21 July 10 a.m. candle, and it should have done an entry there. 21 July 10 a.m. Here we go. Unresolved. It was suppressed. Trade paused by news blackout. Okay, so fair enough. It didn't do it. Okay. So I guess that's perfect. Let me just run it again with skip news. Okay, I'm going to remove all these trades as well because it will redraw them hopefully. So that's the zoom that we're looking at. I mean, the thing is, it got to profit eventually. If you had that as a too low, let's do it with skip calendar bars. Where you can't see, sorry. There we go. So I'm going to replay it again with skip calendar bars. So now it should draw in all the bits. Let me just delete that line. So it won't do news blockouts now. So it did these two trades, and that one trade expiry just exited. So that was this bar that we liked, the 10 a.m. one, right? No, it is a 4 p.m. There's a 10 a.m. one. Okay. So that would have been a good bar, but it had a news blackout. So, okay. So in this case, the news made it worse for us. So we would have made 0.55 hour. I think that so these tests that I run, I actually save them, and whenever I make changes to the system, so I'll do it without TV arm, get rid of that, and I'm going to put rebless. I think I got rebless here. I don't know how to rebless it. Okay. I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, so the idea is I can just put, you know what, I can use the I'm happy, sorry, you can't even see, this is Claude code. I'm happy with the trade, please re-bless it. Or give me the command to re-bless it, actually, that would have been good. So the output and that replay that you see here is saved inside the code, and then every time we make changes to the code, we run all of these replays again. We actually download the candles and everything and make sure that the behavior of the engine is the same. And this one broke in my last change, and I'm trying to figure out if it's a good break or a bad break. And that is my day. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.